Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of November 2024. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Three of Wands. It almost looks like you're waiting for something here. Okay, yeah, you're waiting for something to come together here. There's action involved here for sure, but you're still not there where you need to be with whatever it is you're doing. Starting off the reading, you get the Page of Cups crossed by the Justice card. You're keeping yourself balanced. You're keeping yourself in a good place. Emotionally balanced especially, so it feels like you're doing a great job with, you know, going about your day and just feeling like you got this. In your focus, there's a loss here. The Five of Pentacles is showing up. There's a loss in there somewhere, some sort of a loss, kind of an energy. In the recent past, the Four of Pentacles, you seem to be struggling with letting go of something there. In your strength, the King of Cups. Yeah, your heart seems to be open, so that helps out a lot with keeping yourself steady, balanced, and in a good place there. In the immediate future, the Seven of Swords. You're leaving something behind here. It feels like a good departure, though. It's not one of those of, oh my god, I gotta put this behind me. No. Seems smooth. Supporting this reading, the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of love here and a lot of openness from that direction of love, so that's a good sign usually. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Five of Swords. That's a little bit of deception. I don't know what it applies to, but we'll see when we clarify. In your hopes and fears, happiness. That's why there's openness from the heart, because you're shooting for happiness here. Happy days, happy times. And for the potential outcome, the Ten of Cups. Apparently you'll get there. So, good. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Three of Wands. The Hangman, the Four of Wands, the Hermit. You're doing a great job here, and you also have a connection attached to you, so there's somebody else there right by your side. And it feels that that's actually helping out a lot at this moment in time, where whatever it is that's coming your way, it's you kind of standing still and taking things as they come, but there's a lot of support from whoever this is by your side as well. So that kind of helps out a little. You know, so okay, and whatever this is that you're kind of aiming for, it definitely includes this connection as well. Okay, let's do the Page of Cups. The Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. And when you keep yourself stable and open, doors seem to open up left and right for you, you know? Then there's that sense of practicality that you're bringing over, and sometimes it feels like even though those doors open up, it's like, okay, now let's think which ones of these doors we have to go into, instead of just staying there in the moment with your intuition rather than let's think now. You know what I mean? Because that brings in a little pressure. That's not necessarily needed, but again, given that you have a solid foundation here of keeping yourself balanced, you should be okay. It's not going to be that stressful, but I would still advise to keep in touch with your intuition, even as those doors open. For the Justice card, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. Someone close to you is hit directly by this loss. It's not yours. in the sense of directly tied up to you, but it's tied up to you through the closeness of this friendship, or someone close to you is suffering some sort of loss. And you're trying to keep it stable, keep it balanced as much as you can for their sake. Blue. For the Five of Pentacles, in your focus, you get the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, one day at a time kind of a deal. You're getting into this and dealing with this loss, or with what this loss is creating for your environment. You're dealing with it from the premises of, you know, we'll take it slow, we'll take it easy, one day at a time, because we'll get there. When it's time to get past this, we'll know we'll get there, as long as we take it easy and just kind of, you know, not rush through anything here, just go through all of the emotions. Okay, I like your attitude here. Let me see. I'm curious here. I usually don't do the past energies, but I'm curious. For the Four of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles. Well, this is about you building on something, getting a little bit stubborn about one particular thing. So it's like if you're building... What the fuck are you building? What are you building? I'm not gonna give a house because I keep on giving a house examples. You're building a shed. You're building a shed, and you got all the materials. You put everything together. You're done with it. You just need to put on the roof, and then you need to decide what kind of a material you'll go with there. And you kind of, since before you started building, you thought, oh, this is the roof that I want. But now as you see it as a final product, it's like, it's not really gonna work out, but I'm still gonna go with that because you know what, I said that I would, so I'm still gonna keep that. So it's kind of like one of those things. It's not a bad sense of stubbornness. It's bad in the sense bad. It could be bad in the sense of, well, if you see the final product and it doesn't feel like your original option fits anymore, then you can easily change your mind, right? You don't have to stick with it just because you made a promise to that goddamn shit, you know? I don't think the shit is gonna care. But this has to do with something you're working on, a more practical energy. Okay, well, you know. But it's in the bigger picture, it definitely is part of all of this that you're still heading towards. In your strength for the King of Cups, you get the Eight of Wands, the Fool, the Queen of Cups. You got, I love this connection that you got going on. That's kind of running right next to you here. It's because it's a perfect match to your heart's frequency. It's like, it's there, it's vibing, it's super nice, you know. So I don't know who this is. For as long as these energies are gonna stick like this, keep them. Let's do the Seven of Swords. In the immediate future, the Sun, the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Oh, that's why that was brought in. Remember what I told you initially? As the cards kind of reveal themselves, that you're pursuing happiness there, you're heading in the direction of happiness. Now, I'm sure that looks a certain type of way to you. You have some sort of imagery towards it. That's the goal that I'm shooting for. It has happiness. This is kind of how it looks like. The universe is kind of throwing a curve at you. It's kind of like, you know, what if that changes? What if that image kind of changes a little bit? Would you be open to that? And you kind of seem like, no, I had my own, you know, I wanted to put up my own roof that I thought would be good. But what if you get close to it and the roof doesn't match anymore? Would you be open to a change? No. Well, maybe you should. Because the universe is definitely suggesting some, you know, loops here. Some, like, what if you go that way a little bit? And you seem to be upset. You seem to not be taking it well, because, you know, it almost feels like the universe is just taking your toys and running away with them, instead of taking it as, that might be just another option. Let me check it out. Maybe it works better. You know, so keep yourself open here, especially as you get closer and closer to, oh my God, closer and closer to, I'll tell you what that is in a minute, to your destination, to your goal here of happiness, because, you know, you might be thrown some different options as you get closer. That is a skylight of a neighbor that the sun is beating. Like, look, it's on my face, and if I look, and I can see it from here, but if I look straight into it, I feel like I would go blind. Okay, there. It just came out of nowhere because the sun probably is shining directly on the right spot there. I can't help but look. See, humans is like, I can't help it. I need to look, but you'll go blind. I don't care. I need to see that I will. For the Knight of Cups, in the supportive energies, you get the Moon, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Swords. You have the tendency to, like, you're doing good for yourself here. You've got quite the loving and supportive energies around you. That could mean friends, family, and all of, you know. But as you grow here for yourself, and it looks great, you have the tendency to forget about everything else. And you're not realizing that you're doing that. So you could be taking some things, situations, people for granted without realizing that, oh, you know, because you get caught up in all of your journey here, and it feels great, and you're growing, and you should enjoy it. God forbid. It's like, you fuck yeah, take it all in. You know, just don't forget you got some quite good energy around you at times, because we tend to get caught up in our own stories, and then we forget there's others around us. You know, for the Five of Swords in the hidden energies, you get the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Interesting, because this has to do with this connection that I see that's playing along right next to you. Is it there that you're directing all of your attention and forgetting about everything else, in the sense of, this feels so good, and everything about everything, myself and this connection feels so good that I'm just going to give all of myself to this? Is it there that you lose your focus too a little bit at times? Could be. And again, great energies. Absolutely nothing wrong with basking in these energies. Just don't forget to come out of the basking sometimes. You get stuck in there because it feels so good. And what? I don't want to go to somewhere where it doesn't feel as good. How do you know that it doesn't feel as good? You know? Okay, so there's definitely a strong tendency here to forget. For the Sun in your hopes and fears, you get the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups. There is fear attached to you getting to your destination. Your destination being happiness, good energies coming together here, and getting to that goal of, oh, I made it, you know. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of fear that usually creates a sense of continuous arguments with yourself. You know, going back and forth about things, wanting one thing now, changing your mind about it the next minute, and things like that. And that's what this fear kind of brings in, where you kind of pull yourself back over and over again, just before you get to it. And I see you recognizing that, yeah, that's a possibility that fear is there. But you know what? I'm not going to let it fuck this up for me this time. Because I see it in the past that it did that. You know, you were so close to where you needed to go, and then you pulled back or something. And this time you're standing firm and saying, that's not going to happen this time around. Great. Great. Let me do the Ten of Cups. In the potential outcome, the Death card, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords. That's your own saboteur. That's you. This plays out as a limiting belief where you think you don't deserve happiness. And that's why you sabotaged in the past your path to it all the time. So instead of allowing you to get there, to achieve that happiness, you probably cut it off at some point and you said, because I don't deserve it, I'm not supposed to get there, so let me fuck it up for myself. That's how limiting beliefs work. But something shifted here because you're not doing that anymore. You know, it's very, very difficult. Just when you get this close to your destination, to your goal here, you're like, I really, really want to fuck this up. You know, but you're also trying your best to not do that because you spotted this little sabotaging kind of an energy that you carried towards yourself. So good news is you're heading in the right direction here. You're really close to it. The best news is that you're catching yourself in time to not sabotage this whole thing for yourself. And then there's this little, reminder from time to time, hey, let me not take for granted things that are close to me, supportive, loving, and, people, situations, and so on and so forth. Okay. Let me see what the universe has to close it off for you. The King of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands. You're doing it. You're doing great here. And again, from an individual perspective, you're shooting for the stars. There's this connection that is coming along for the ride because you wanted to. So everything looks great here. Super excited about this journey by the looks of it as you go through this journey. So pretty cool. Let me do the Divine Animals Oracle. Well, I got a divine animal that bit through this one. Let's see the bitten one. Snow leopard. Okay. A divine animal that chewed through it. Number 15. Where are you at? Okay. All right. The Watcher. Take the high road. Do not sink to the level of low vibration. Observe the situation closely before acting. Being silent is an option. Ethics is the number one concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling up your ego. A little mystery is a good thing. Mythos. In the valley surrounded by high rocky mountains lived the people. In the high passes with the rocks between the sky and the land, above the flapping of the prayer flags, lived the spirits of the mountains. Some of these spirits were bodhisattvas, the compassionate energies that helped people take the more right and ethical path. These spirits took the form of the most elusive and beautiful creature that lived among the high places, the snow leopard. The snow leopards watched the people, yet very, very rarely seen them. What? The snow people leopards watched the people, yet were very rarely seen themselves. Their paw prints might have been occasionally found on a ridge overlooking the valley, but they were not spotted. These watchers of the skies rewarded those who helped others. It was said, too, that the snow leopards, ever observing, would place obstacles in the path of those who did evil in order for them to realize their mistakes and change. And if something was not right, the leopards would wail mournfully for all to hear. The animal. To say spotting a snow leopard is difficult is an understatement. These mysterious animals live high in the most remote mountains areas of the Himalayas, Russia, Mongolia, and Western China, and it is only recently, with the advent of sophisticated motion sensor cameras, that we have been able to see decent photographs of these animals in the wild. A member of the Panthera genus snow leopards are uniquely adapted to a cold, harsh environment through having small, rounded ears to keep the heat in, lustrous, multi-layered fur, and a thick tail filled with fat that they wrap around their face and body when they sleep to keep the wind out. They have incredibly large paws for their size, covered in thick fur, which allows them to walk more easily on soft snow without sinking. Snow leopards do not roar like lions, but instead vocalize in meows, shuffs, and most notably a wailing sound that echoes for long distances. The magic. Snow leopard magic is all about the power of being the silent watcher. Western society is an extrovert one with the emphasis on the individual and on being seen, yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. Taking your time and observing a situation before you decide the next step is wise. Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical and can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. Symbology: eyes on prayer flags, cat in snow, leopard footprints in snow. Status: vulnerable. Whew. Blue, I think you chewed on. I don't think this is blue though. I think it's one of the cats. They want to be a snow leopard. I think they are. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.